Hey, I'm Neil McLeod with Fractional Exec here with Scott Mingus as well.
Good morning.
I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the beginning, the genesis of Fractional Exec, and tell that story one more time. Scott and I met a couple of years ago, and then just within the last year, launched the Fractional Exec website together. But this is not a new concept for Scott. So, Scott, how did you get this thing started?
Well, it's interesting. 10 years ago, I saw this coming, right? Where there's going to be demand for not full time, right? Back then, it was the hiring wasn't the challenge like it is in today's world, the kind of the post-COVID world, but also the way people want to work is so dramatically different today. But I saw it 10 years ago, the need for this expertise. I saw the as we started aging through the silver tsunami, if you will, that we were seeing that brain drain across the United States specifically, and the need for executive level expertise. So I got the name, I got the website, I got the company set up, and then I got a full time gig. And so moved through 4 or 5 years with a company. Then I'm going to do it again because it's still relevant. And same thing happened. I got engaged again for another 4 years through COVID, and highly successful. Coming out of that, I just decided it was time to really get serious about it, and that's when you and I met. And I remember the day sitting down and having that discussion as you were just starting out on your own, coming out of corporate, going, listen, the corporate politics, the corporate, drag on time of getting things accomplished. You wanted to do it on your own. So we talked through all the ups and downs and challenges of being in the world of consulting and on a fractional basis, and what that felt like, that the lonely of trying to accomplish things, not having that bouncing off of other people in the community to help you, and the highs and lows that can bring with you. And you did it fantastically for a year, and then thankfully, that our conversation stuck, and you came back and said, yeah, I like the idea of being in a community. There's strength in that, not just strength of the community, what we can offer our clients, but also the strength of being in that community to help you through the low times, to celebrate the high times, and to find other disciplines that help you round out solutions for clients.
Absolutely. I came at it as a digital transformation and product expert, and it was, a lot of sort of eat what you kill and kind of working on your own for 6 months or so after I met Scott, and then had that in the back of my mind as I was thinking about the end of the year and how I was going to jump into 24 and do things differently to improve year over year. And that was the one thing that stuck with me was I'm going to reach back out to Scott and I'm going to figure out if this thing has legs and where he's at and if we can get this set up together. And he said, yeah, put some thought into it and get back to me in about a month and let me know where your head's at. So I actually wrote a business plan and presented it back to him, showed him kind of where my head was at, and then we decided, let's give this a run. And so we took about 90 days starting in March, April of 24 to really pull it together. We had a couple other folks we were working with on the technology side and the design side. So they helped us get the website concept up and running. And then, from that point forward, Scott and I ended up in an engagement before we ever launched the website. So I was working with a client that had a COO need, and he was able to step in as an interim COO, which was great. That was the whole point of the compounding effect of community and having the ability to have others to kind of bounce ideas off of and leverage when the opportunities arise.
Absolutely.